Can complexity theory be of use to policymakers? That's a hard question, but I think there is a clear answer. The answer is yes, for several reasons. Complexity thinking teaches you to think of different interconnecting parts of the economy, of different interacting agents, such as firms and households. So it teaches you not to think of in terms of one representative firm or household doing something, but to think of the interaction between them or between sectors. And that's very useful, I think, for policymakers. What is also typical of complex systems is so-called sudden transitions, tipping points after which the economy or society radically changes. So things are not linear. You can't just extrapolate the present to get into the future. And to be aware of that possibility and to look out for the signs that it might happen is another thing that complexity thinking teaches policymakers. And also it helps policymakers to think in terms of scenarios rather than predictions, because we don't know the future, but we can make reasonable guesses about what is likely to happen in the future, and to think about different scenarios rather than point estimates. So those are some outcomes of complexity thinking which are really helpful to policymaking. How is my work related to complexity? With my PhD student and with people at King's University London, I am engaged in an effort to apply agent-based models, which is one kind of complex system models, to an analysis of the economy and especially how the financial sector impacts on the economy, how they interact and what sort of macroeconomic outcomes that produces. So this model has been developed and we will now apply it to different research questions, such as what should central banks do to get the economy going, if they can do anything. How is it that the financial sector, when it grows, may also produce more income inequality and that sort of questions. So that's at the heart of my work in the very near future, I think. My role in this workshop is mainly to listen and to interact with the others, of course. I've been asked to comment yesterday on a session about the financial sector where we discussed how the financial sector interacts with the real sector and how you could capture that interaction in models. So that was my formal part of the workshop, but apart from that, I've been so inspired by the many ideas that I see here, the presentations, new methodological ideas, how you could go about analyze things, but also new ideas as to content, not just in economics here, but also in technology studies, for instance. So it's a really inspiring workshop for me, and I hope I can also inspire others. That's how I see my role here.